All right. Welcome. 19 miles to Music Row. Welcome. Appreciate everybody being here. Step into the light here. I learned my lesson a few times ago. It can't take me anywhere, right? My name is Todd Paichy. I'll be one of your hosts for this evening for the opening round. We have Pettis for the Inside the Hits a little bit later, and appreciate everybody coming. How many of y'all have been to 19 miles before? All right. I like that. We've come to the right place for some good songs. I got a chance to talk with our opening round riders earlier, and you're definitely in for a treat. So we got Lorie Triplet, Jace Craddock, and Daphne Culver, and let's learn a little bit about them, shall we? Let's, Lorie, tell us a little bit about yourself first, and where you're from, what type of music you write.
Hello, I'm Lorie Triplet. I'm originally from a little town in Ohio called St. Mary's, and I've been in Nashville now for about 12 years. Nice. And my music, just very singer-songwriter, storytelling, a little bit of folk. Love to write songs that make you cry too. So hope you brought some tissues today. There you go. Well, she's got the voice of an angel. I can tell you that. I heard it earlier. And Jace, this is your first time playing, right?
Yes, sir.
I heard, tell us a little bit about yourself, and I heard you might have a name for that guitar that you're playing.
Oh, I do. Okay. So, hi, guys. This is Delilah. This is my baby. I love her very much. But no, yeah, I'm Jace Craddock. I'm from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 16 years old. Been playing music about 2 years. Writing for about a year now. And no, yeah, I write more singer-songwriter, maybe modern country type of vibe, but yeah, that's me.
Nice. Well, we look forward to hearing Jace. And Daphne, she's my favorite rock star that's played here. She's played before. Daphne, tell some of the folks that haven't heard you a little bit about your music and how long you've been in Nashville.
I've been in Nashville on and off for probably 20-some years. My birthday's tomorrow, so yeah. I think
Happy early birthday!
Yeah, I used to play with the Granny Whites around town. We used to play Bridgestone for the Pride festivals, and I played
nice.
with Daphne and the Mystery Machines. Was my namesake band. I played with a few people here and there. Last time I was here, I didn't know I was going to be here until day of. They were like, "Hey, somebody called out. Can you come?" And I was like, "Sure." No idea what I was going to do or what it was going to be like, but. Anyways, it's good to be back. Bill's a great sound guy. I'm really happy to work with him. And Denny's awesome. He gets a lot of people going in the music business. He got me started pretty much on tell me where to go play and stuff like that. Like, this place will pay money, and this place, they'll feed you or whatever. That was really cool. So.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you mentioned Bill Deaton. Thanks for Bill for doing sound for us. And thank y'all for playing again. How about a hand for these riders? And we'll have Lorie start us off here. Thank you.
Okay, I move a lot when I play, so I don't want to bump you. Well, yeah, thank you for having me back. This is, I think, my third round here over the last few years. And thank you. Glad to be back. And I said to a few people when I got here, this is honestly one of my favorite rounds to play in town. Just the crowd is always lovely, very attentive and gracious. So thank you guys for coming out. This is what we live for. We write our songs alone at home, and we hope somebody will listen to them. So so glad you're here. I'm going to play a song. I just put out an album, and I'm supposed to be playing songs from that album, but I'm kind of tired of those, so I'm going to play some new ones tonight. I hope that's okay. This one is called Make Your Own Name. So I'm a daughter of teachers. My dad was my junior high principal, and just from a itty-bitty town where everybody knows your name, everybody knows your story, everybody knows the family that you come from. And there's good and bad with that. If you come from a rough family, or maybe you have like just something in your family that's not a good thing. Some people in a small town aren't very forgiving for that. And I was fortunate to come from a great family, and I was just thinking about what about those people that have to fight extra hard for everything and for their reputation and so I just wanted to write a song about that's in your control. You make your own name no matter where you come from, no matter who your family is. So I wrote this with my friend Buddy Owens, and this is the first time playing it out, so I hope you guys like it.
He was born where everybody knew his name, in the shadow of his father's sins. It's a hard knock living when you're living afraid, robbed blind to just being a kid. No matter what he does, he's gonna always be the son of a low-life clown. He's been trying to outrun it, trying to break free from this judge and jury town. Well, we don't get to choose who we come from. It's a rusty bucket road, the streets paved in gold. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can carry the curse of your bloodline stain, or wake up in the morning and make your own name. His life's been hard, but his heart stayed soft. It's a wonder he's still here with all the battles he's fought, hanging on forever by the grace of God, doing everything to prove the things he's not. Well, we don't get to choose who we come from. It's a rusty bucket road, the streets paved in gold. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can carry the curse of your bloodline stain, or wake up in the morning and make your own name. He's making his way, breaking the chains that hold him down, leaving the shame of his name with his daddy in the ground. Well, we don't get to choose who we come from. It's a rusty bucket road, the streets paved in gold. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can carry the curse of your bloodline stain, or wake up in the morning and make your own name. You can carry the curse of your bloodline stain, or wake up in the morning and make your own name.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi guys. So I'm Jace. I already told y'all that, but this really is a really cool environment. I've been here for all of about 30 minutes to an hour and have loved every person that I've came in contact with. So it's been really cool. But I have been here before, and not to sing, but to come watch a friend play. And we went, me and my friend and some people that we met that day, up to the youth room in this church to write a song. It did not work. It didn't happen. No song came out that day. But we jammed for a little while, so that was fun. But something someone said that night kind of gave me a little bit of an idea. And, you know, give it a couple months, a little bit of time, and you got the song I'm playing for you tonight. This is Senseless. I'm so not used to being alone. thoughts are scary and I don't wanna know. I know, just wish that you'd pick up the phone. It may seem desperate, but I just can't seem to let go. I hope you'll come to your senses, but I know I should come to mine. Don't wanna hear, cause I hear your voice in every song. Don't wanna feel, cause compared to you I feel so wrong. It's bittersweet, cause you look at me, I couldn't tell you who I see. Cause I miss the old you that loved me. You know it's too late now to say sorry. Well, Bieber knows and I know it too. Still I know my heart hopes you're coming home. Try to see from my point of view. Still I pray you'll come to your senses when I know I should come to mine. Cause holding on is only gonna hurt me. Oh, tell me why I don't mind. Don't wanna hear, cause I hear your voice in every song. Don't wanna feel, cause compared to you I feel so wrong. It's bittersweet, cause you look at me, I couldn't tell you who I see. Cause I miss the old you that loved me. For some reason I ignored all the red flags, like your soul and your spirit, your body and mind. I put so much in, got so little out. I don't think you deserve to breathe. That's a little harsh. Don't wanna hear, cause I hear your voice in every song. Don't wanna feel, cause compared to you I feel so wrong. It's bittersweet, cause you look at me, I couldn't tell you who I see. I couldn't tell you who I see. So tell me, who do I see? Cause I miss the old you that loved me. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
That's awesome, man. This kid's only 16. Do y'all know that? You gotta go by. I'm just here to make everybody look good. This is not one of the good story behind songs. It's pretty. Let's see. I don't want to tell a story about this one, but it's this is about, like, some people they wait to even think about what happens whenever they're gonna pass away until they're like on their deathbed. That's kind of one of those. I'm the avant-garde selection for the night, if you guys couldn't tell. Ooh, buddy, hang on. Sorry about that. Only when you think your time is near, you start to fear what is above and down below. Only when you think your time is over, you start to wonder what is to come when you go. life, you lived it all wrong. Hide the mirrors and dim the lights, you don't want to see yourself tonight. Not like this. Won't you look at yourself now? Do you even recognize? Won't you look at yourself now? Can you even stand the sight? Won't you look at yourself now? Do you even recognize? Won't you look at yourself now? If you can even stand the sight. Only when you think your time is near, you start to fear what is above and down below. Only when you think your time is over, you start to wonder what is to come when you go. What is to come when you go? I want you to look at yourself now. Can you even stand aside? Won't you look at yourself now? If you even recognize. Only when you think your time is near, you start to fear what is above and down below. Only when you think your time is over, you start to wonder what is to come when you go. What is to come when you go? What is to come when you go?
I love that. I feel like I'm gonna fall off this chair, so I'm just gonna stand when I sing. So one thing that I love about being a songwriter in Nashville and just kind of any kind of arts in town is most people that are writers are also something else for a living. That's for, you know, they make their money waiting tables or what have you. And I'm just thinking about how earlier today I was working in a hot garage, sweating my butt off, and now I'm in front of a great group of people singing songs. So, but that kind of leads me into what I'm going to play. So I'm a professional organizer for my job, and I work with a lot of people that are kind of leaving their forever home, where they've raised their kids and their families, and just have all their memories, and you know, just help them kind of get out of that home into maybe they're downsizing into something else. And there's a lot of emotion that's involved in that for everybody, especially family members. And I'm very, very sentimental, and it got me thinking about my grandma's house, who's passed away several years ago, and her house is in Columbus, Ohio. And I've never been back since she left. It's one of those things where, had I known it was the last time I was going to be in her house, I would have took a second look. So, anyways, this is a song called "Your Old House," about my grandma's house in Columbus. I hope you like it.
Well, I drove by your old house today. Shouldn't be surprised by what it had to tell me. With your flowers gone, it looked all wrong, and the paint's begun to fade. Couldn't help but feel so lonely. It's been so long since you've been gone from here, but in my mind you're still there, standing in the kitchen. And we're all sitting round the table playing cards. Heard your old house talking to me, so I listened. It said, don't be sad for me. All that love is still here, can't you feel it? It's soaked up in the floorboards to the ceiling. No, it never left me. So I turned around the first chance that I got, and I found myself just sitting in your driveway, hoping to see you one more time, but I did not. Heard your old house talking to me one more time. Anyway, you said, don't be sad for me. All that love is still here, can't you feel it? It's soaked up in the floorboards to the ceiling. No, it never left me. And all those years of laughter, they echo in the cupboards and the plaster. They're here whether you drive by me slow or fast, waiting to be seen. No, it never left me. It never left. Years of laughter, they echo in the cupboards and the past. They're here whether you drive by me slow or fast, waiting to be seen. No, it never left me. No one never left me.
Thank you so much.
That was so good. Hi again. All right, so the last song that I sang is called Senseless. It goes through kind of the list of senses. Don't want to hear, don't want to see, feel, bittersweet tasting, things like that. Thought it was pretty cool, but it's about a girl. As most songs are. And so tonight, I decided that all the songs I'm going to sing are going to be about girls. Yeah. So, right. All good things. So I'm going to tell y'all a couple of things. So, about 3 years ago, there was a girl. Things were pretty good, and I wrote her a song. Before I got to show it to her, things didn't work out. I know, womp womp. Then I wrote another song. Then I wrote Senseless. It's been about a year, and I have since met a new girl. And things are going really well, but this song is called The Idea of You. And this is to my beautiful girlfriend, Lexi. But before I play it, I want to tell you a few things. So number one is that Lexi's best friend, not anymore, she really liked me. Yeah. didn't go over too well whenever she heard we were talking, and she vandalized my car. So that happened. Don't tell anybody. But so that happened, and that'll be, important later on in the song. And the other thing, to be honest with you, I forgot. So I'm gonna play some music. Anyways, here's Idea of You. Get my pick out of my pick pocket here. Stuck in a daydream, thoughts are escaping my mind. Where'd all the time go? Time to wake up, and all I'm thinking of is how I can press rewind. My heart is racing, all my thoughts are tracing back to one thing. Well, you got me thinking this day that I'm dreaming it could be. I like the idea of sitting, watch the sun go down. It gets dark out, there's no one around, so we sit out here and talk the whole night. I like the idea of fishing in a shady stream, and you hook one on, look to me and you say, I think this one's a keeper. I like music, love my mama. Without Jesus, don't know what I'd do. But there's something new. I like the idea of you. You could dig your key into the side of my pretty little souped up four-wheel drive, but I'd still stick around. Oh, you could slash a hole in all four tires. You could go and set my world on fire, and I'd be just fine. You know that 1 + 1 is 2, and me plus holding you in my arms. I wish the grass is greener, the sweetest tea is sweeter here. I like the idea of sitting, watch the sun go down. It gets dark out, there's no one around, so we sit out here and talk the whole night through. I like the idea of fishing in a shady stream, and you hook one on, look to me and you say, I think this one's a keeper. I like music, love my mama. Without Jesus, don't know what I'd do. But there's something new. I like the idea of you. In my mind, you can have it all. Every picture on the wall. There's nothing new here. You're the girl this world wants to exist. You're on every bucket list. So would you feel mine? I like the idea of sitting, watch the sun go down. It gets dark out, there's no one around, so we sit out here and talk the whole night through. I like the idea of fishing in a shady stream, and you hook one on, look to me and you say, I think this one's a keeper. I like music, love my mama. Without Jesus, don't know what I'd do. But there's something new. I like the idea of you. I'm stuck in a daydream. Thoughts are escaping my mind. Where'd all the time go? Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much.
That was very brave. To talk about such frightening things. There's nothing worse than high school drama. Man, and I was in debate on singing a song that I wrote about a murder, and you know what? You've really given me the confidence now that, I mean, that might as well be murder. I mean, you guys remember high school. Oh my goodness. This is a song. This is about a true story. I was in Missouri. I was staying with my brother right after I had a surgery at the Jewish St. Barnes Hospital in St. Louis. And my brother lives in Iron Mountain, and his backyard is the Big River. And one night we were crawdad hunting basically, and we kept on hearing gunshots over and over and over again. It echoes off the river, you know. And his wife at the time goes in and she makes a phone call. Well, fast forward 2 days later, somebody finds this huge guy. He's like nearly 7 foot tall, but they find his body floating up at the river. And it turns out he's what they call the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. So anyways, they had asked all the people who were like associated with these racist people, and nobody would snitch or nobody would tell people who did whatever because everybody was so scared. And anyways, it turns out that it was his own wife and his stepson. But anyways, this is a little song from the perspective of one of his homies who was there for it and knew what was going down. It's called I Ain't Talking. High school drama. Questions you like, and you can put me in a cell for the night. I ain't talking. You can scare me with all of your threats, and you can hold me here, but you can bet I ain't talking. And it's true, I heard the bullets fly, and I heard screams from that man's wife, but I never saw nothing, never opened my eyes. Ooh, I ain't talking. Retrace all of my steps and get the panoramic view from right to left. I ain't talking. You can sort through all of my affairs. You can tell my secrets, I don't care. I ain't talking. And it's true, I heard the bullets fly, and I heard the screams from that man's wife, but I never saw nothing, never opened my eyes. Ooh, I ain't talking. Everybody knows it takes two to get a body like that to move. And everybody knows it takes two to get a body like that to move. And you can retrace all of my steps and get the panoramic view from right to left. I ain't talking. Steps and get the panoramic view from right to left. I ain't talking. I ain't talking.
This is the last song, right? 3 songs? All right. Get your tissues out. This is the sad one. So I wrote this with my friend Barney Johnston back in 2017. Any Dan Fogelberg fans out here? Love it. Grew up listening to Dan. My dad's a big music lover. And I always loved his song, Same Old Lang Syne. Just break your heart good. I love crying to that song, hit repeat, just sob. I love it. And I don't know, I've always loved sad songs, always been drawn to them. And this is kind of one of those songs that my friend Barney and I wrote together that's kind of, about the one that got away. Talking about high school. No vandalism in this song, but definitely about high school love. So this is called Where Our Love Was Going. And thank you again so much for coming. Thanks for having me back. And hopefully I'll be back again. Start over.
Right after high school, couldn't wait to skip this town. I traded my roots in to fight for freedom and left on a Greyhound. When you dropped me off at the station, you wore flowers in your hair and a sweet perfume like the fragrance of June, and I knew I loved you then and there. And how many times have I thought of you since then? At night I open a window, hoping that perfume's in the wind. 'Cause now it feels like a dream. It feels like a scene from a movie, but it was you there, and I knew where our love was going. So I loved you from a distance, and I wrote you every day. I memorized all your letters. You said, hope you're home over the holidays. But nothing lasts forever. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I cried when my notes said return to sender. Guess you finally chased those city lights. And how many times have I thought of you since then? At night I open a window, hoping that perfume's in the wind. 'Cause now it feels like a dream. It feels like a scene from a movie, but it was you there, and I knew where our love was going. It was so long ago, but I want you to know I've never forgotten that it was you there. Thought I knew where our love was going, where our love was going. Well, I don't come home very often, 'cause it brings me too much pain. If I'd never left that old station, maybe we'd be dancing in the rain. But I can't keep looking backwards for the blue that was in your eyes. If I keep driving through past the memory of you, would I finally find some peace tonight? 'Cause now it feels like a dream. It feels like a scene from a movie, but it was you there, and I knew where our love was going. It was so long ago, but I want you to know I've never forgotten that it was you there. Thought I knew going, where our love was going, where our love was going. I moved right after high school. Wish I could turn right back around.
Thank you so much.
Dang, that was good too. Alrighty, so this last song, a couple things about it. Number one, it was written and finished yesterday. So just bear with me here. I love the melody, and talk to any musician, melody over words any day of the week. And whereas I've been writing for about a year, and these ladies sitting next to me have been writing for a while. No, of course not. I would never. But where I lack in lyrics, try to put emotion and feeling into your music. But so this song was written, finished last night, and it was written for my girlfriend. So it's another girl song. Woo. But here's the thing, right? She doesn't know this song exists yet, and she's gonna know this song exists in like 2 weeks on her birthday, which is August 21st. So if y'all, if you know me, don't post it. But yeah, this is you. I don't know where to start, but I know I want every single part of you. Feelings I feel deep inside, when you come around, I come alive around you. Out of the blue, wasn't looking for something. You came in, said here goes nothing. All my walls came crumbling down for you. You tongue my twist and you make me stutter. When I'm with you, I melt like butter for you. Ain't no way you weren't sent from God. There's no other explanation for you. And out of the blue, wasn't looking for something. You came in, said here goes nothing. All my walls came crumbling down for you. I could say these words, I could sing these songs, but you never know how far I'd throw it all away for you. With just 3 words, such a simple phrase, I try so hard, but I can't contain it all. Oh, you, please never say goodbye. Oh, you gotta know that I love you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much.
I'm reminded of a comedy skit where this guy was like, get pretty white people to sing really bad news or really awful things. And I feel like these two, their voices and their faces are so pure and pretty. It's like you guys could be on that skit so perfectly. You guys are awesome. I think this next song, I forgot what I was originally going to do. Maybe somebody tell me, but I think this next song I'm going to do a rendition of a song I wrote many years ago, but whenever, fast forward, after I was recovering from a TBI brain injury, some things turned out a little bit different when you play them now. Anyways, so this is like, I don't know, it's an interesting version of an old song. I think I'm going to do that one. And it's called Paranoid. I'm Ozzy Osbourne. You think I'm paranoid, you say I'm insane. When I question everything, you say that it's all in vain. But it seems to me everyone is wearing a disguise. It seems to me everyone is wearing a disguise. With your single-worded answers and your averted eyes, with your shaky hands and a tear in your eye. I wanna believe you, 'cause I know your heart. I wanna trust you, but where do I start? I'm cuckoo for you. It's true. You call me antsy 'cause I cannot ever seem to sit still. You call me flighty when I forgot to pay all my bills. But it seems to me everyone is moving too slow. When it seems to me everyone is moving too slow. With your concrete feet dragging on the floor. I don't know why, but I always want more. I sit here waiting, passing time, running in circles. I'm losing my mind. I'm cuckoo for you. It's true. You call me ADD or OCD, PTSD, any diagnosis just to medicate me. But it seems to me the doctor's banking on the pharmacy, and it seems to me the doctor's banking on the pharmacy. You think I'm paranoid, you say I'm insane. Oh, when I question everything, it's all in vain. But it seems to me everyone is wearing a disguise. And it seems to me everyone is wearing a disguise.
All right, let's hear it for our first round riders, Lorie Triplet, Jace Craddock, and Daphne Culver. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we appreciate you playing, and thanks to Denny Rudolph for booking this fine talent. He knew what he was doing, right? All right.
Thank y'all.
Well, we're going to take a little break here. We'll have an intermission in between. Be sure to visit Ellie's Donuts back there. You won't be able to eat just one, I promise. And feel free to check out our merch station back there. We are donation-based here at 19 Miles, so we'd love to keep doing this for you guys. And we got Pettis coming up for our Inside the Hits round. So thank you guys for coming. We'll see you shortly.
Thank you. You too. Oh, thank you. You too. You too. Your playing's phenomenal.
Daphne. Hey, Danny. Yeah, bud. I'm sure. Please tell her I'm blood good. Hey, we can go to but I gotta hang out with Hey, Daph. Jace, you want me to put that up for you? I might do it. I'll just like
Check, what?
Hey, Roger, get me his information. We'll put him on in December. Yeah. If that works for you. Yeah. All right, man. Let's hang out soon. And tell her all of it like everyone jam. We got all this. Get at your house. I'll bring a looper, a little wedge, just in case, you know, and I do bring it up. Same here, Mr. Craddock. I appreciate you.
I'm surprised to see Methodists sitting in the front row. Sorry. I didn't think they did that. Oh, how is it that I come on? What? Oh, how is it that I come out here and be still for you? And never hit bottom, keep falling. Just relax, pay attention, just forget. Oh, not to mention boundaries are gone, lost to the night. I saw the world crumble, but I was dead. Senses still working. Drop to the hole. I just eat it. I mean, I actually eat it, but figuratively speaking. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be playing harp, so it's better. Better that way. Do what you want with the girl, but don't hurt me. Okay. Hey man, Rod, how you doing, buddy? You got on the road somewhere? I think so. Let me. I love Jonelle Moss. Yes. I can't tune it. I think the strings are about like 4 years old or 10 or something. 1, 2. I have a phase reversal. I can try it this way. Other one. Yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. It's fine.
Just come on up here. Yeah. Well, welcome everybody to the main attraction here tonight, our Inside the Hits guest. It is my privilege and honor. My name is Roger Day, by the way. I want to welcome once again everybody here. I only resemble Todd Pache because I also had the good taste to buy one of these really cool 19 Miles of Music Row hats. I see a few of them out there. So make sure you get one before you go. We are so honored for those of you who are visiting Franklin First United Methodist Church. We're glad that you're here. It's one of the things I love about this congregation, this community, is that we provide a platform for our neighbors and our friends to share their gifts and talents. And there are lots of people that work hard to support this. A lot of our members of the 19 Miles team. Of course, we've got Bill Deaton, who makes everything look and sound great up there. I think Liam's up there too. Let's give Bill a big hand. And Jody Todd, who I call her the captain of our songwriter pirate skiff. So we're glad Jody is here. And so thank you, Jody. Thank you, Pastor Brian is here. We have so much support to let us have these opportunities where we have the great privilege, great honor of having talented songwriters like Pierce Pettis. So everybody welcome Pierce.
Got the CDs.
Oh, Pierce said buy CDs. So don't buy the hat first. The hat is second. A Pierce Pettis CD is first. So
I don't even have a hat.
Pierce, we are so glad that you're here. I think we were trying to think back of when we first met, and it's probably been, I hate to say it, it's been about 30 years ago. We were in a field in Kerrville, Texas, and sitting down on lawn chairs with guitars. And if anybody's ever been to the Kerrville Folk Festival, I know we have a few people out there who are regulars at the Kerrville Folk Festival. It's a songwriter paradise.
I think that was the night I might have had a little too much to drink.
What?
I ended up sitting in a lawn chair in the rain, passed out with my mouth open, and Merlin came and saved me and drove me back to the motel.
Well,
I think that's what that. Why did I say that in the church? I have no idea.
That's all right. We're Methodists.
Way better now.
So I loved that evening. I think we started off just two of us and wound up with a whole field of music and songs. And then I would see your posters as I traveled around and played colleges around the country. I'd see Pierce Pettis, Pierce Pettis, Pierce Pettis. In fact, our former agent is here. Brian Husky is here. Let's give Brian a big hand. Where's Brian? He's somewhere over here. And his beautiful daughter, Minchie, is here too. So we're glad that Minchie's here as well. So Pierce has played everywhere. He's lived everywhere from Fort Payne, Alabama, is where he grew up, and went to school at Florida State University. That's okay. And spent time in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, has spent time in Los Angeles, spent time in New York, has spent time here in Nashville, lives currently in Mentone, Alabama, and gathers stories wherever he goes, and has this amazing ability, this amazing talent to take the stories, to take the things that he hears and he feels and he experiences, and he puts it into this beautiful art form that we call songwriting. So everybody, please welcome Pierce Pettis.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's really nice, Roger. I appreciate that. Well, I think some of y'all in here may know my friend Mark Hurd. Mark passed away, 31 years ago, but ever since then I've started every show with one of his songs and every album, and I really love this song. This is called Rise from the Ruins. Ain't nobody asked to be born. Ain't nobody wishes to die. And everybody was aware the interim time, sworn to rise from the ruins down the line. Well, the engines are droning with progress. the pistons are pounding out time. Yes, you and me caught in this juggernaut job, sworn to rise from the ruins. We will roar like a old Chevrolet, the road into something to see. So hang on to the wheel for the highway to hell. Meet chauffeurs for the powers that be. Go and tell all your friends and relations. Go and say what ain't easy to say. I go and give them some hope that we might rock this boat. Whoa, and rise from the ruins one fine day. Carry water in a basket. Never tried to carry fire in your hands. Never tried to take on the weight of this everyday freight till you find you were too weak to stand. Why so pale when one fond lover? Why so downcast and desperately sad? We can walk, we can talk, we ain't yet pillars of salt. Yeah, we will rise from the ruins when we can. Oh, we will rise from the ruins when we can. We will rise from the ruins when we can. We will rise from the ruins when we can. Thank you. Well, thank you. Dang, this is a big church. Good heavens. I didn't know Methodists were allowed to have churches this big. Usually, ever notice the biggest church in town is usually the Catholic and the Baptist, right? And they both have basketball courts. This is true. Okay, I guess you had to be there. I don't know. By the way, you Methodists know that you can't get into heaven unless you bring a covered dish. It says in the Bible, you can look it up. I'd like to do you guys a medley. Oh, by the way, aloha. I'd like to do you guys a medley of my greatest hit. I wish that was a joke. I wrote this years ago. I was living in Atlanta, crappy little one-room apartment and not having a great year, to tell you the truth. I mean, well, first of all, I was broke. I didn't have any money. I didn't even have furniture, you know. I didn't have a table in my kitchen, you know, so I'd just go in there and sit on the floor, you know, and eat Pop-Tarts or whatever. And it was coming on Christmas, and this was going to be my very first Christmas spent, you know, without my kids and my wife, you know, and stuff. It'll be kind of a Mrs. Doubtfire kind of Christmas, you know. And so I was not in a festive mood, to say the least. I didn't bother getting a tree or reindeer or lights or any of that stuff, you know. But a funny thing happened on Christmas morning, you know. Christmas morning I got up and I felt really good, you know. And I walked into my kitchen and it was a beautiful day, you know. The sunshine was pouring through the window. And there was a cedar bush outside my window, and it had rained the night before. So there were little drops of water, you know, clinging to all the little pointy parts of the cedar bush, and the sunshine made each drop a different color. Instant Christmas tree, right? So I got all inspired, man. I was thinking, whoa, and I started getting these lyrics, you know, and started hearing music in my head, you know, along with the, you know, the screaming and the voices, you know, and to make a long story short, I came up to Nashville and got with my buddy Gordon Kennedy, and we finished the song, Gordon came up with the title, which is one of the greatest titles ever, I think. At least I thought so. But anyway, so we took the song to the publisher, you know, and the publisher said, "That's great, what else have you got?" Which is what he always said. But nevertheless, it was recorded by Garth Brooks, and that was awesome. And ironic as well, because the song is called You Move Me, right? And like I got to move, you know, I got to like buy a house, you know, so that was great. Here's how life seems to me. Life is like therapy. It's really expensive with no guarantees. As I lay on the couch with my heart hanging out, I was frozen in fear like a rock in the ground. But oh, you move me. You give me courage I did not know I had. Whoa, you move me. You didn't hear that. I can't go with you and stay where I am, so you move me. Yeah, you move me. Here's how love was to me. I could look and not see. Going through the emotions, not knowing what they mean. And it scared me so much that I just would not budge. I might have stayed there forever if not for your touch. Yeah, you move me out of myself and into the fire. Yeah, you move me, burning with love and hope and desire. And you move me. Yeah, you move me. You go whistling in the dark, making light of it, making light of it. I will follow with my heart, laughing all the way. Yeah, you move me. You've got me dancing, you make me sing. Yeah, you move me. And I take delight in every little thing, 'cause you move me. Yeah, yeah, you move me. See how you move me. How you move me. See how you move me. How you move me. Yeah. How you move me, yeah. Yeah, you move me. Oh, you move me. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. You made a sick old man very happy. Thank you. Sorry. I have another one. Yeah, water and electricity. What could possibly go wrong? Sorry. Well, I mentioned my buddy Gordon Kennedy. Gordon Kennedy is a member of the Kennedy Mafia. Some of y'all may know that. Gordon, well, first of all, their dad, Jerry Kennedy, you know, he played guitar on Pretty Woman, and all his brothers are successful. It's really just wrong on so many levels. And, but anyway, needless to say, it's a very, very successful musical family. In fact, Gordon won a Grammy, you know, for he wrote a song for Eric Clapton called "Change the World." So that was cool. But this next song is one that Gordon and I wrote together. You know, co-writing is basically an argument that sometimes results in a song. You'll notice when you drive into Nashville, you'll see guys on the side of the road holding signs that say, "We'll co-write for food," you know. Anyway, I wish that was a joke. Just have some more of this. Just like in New Orleans, sir. Well, anyway. So Gordon and I had an argument over this song. We have a verse about a guy who's on an airplane, right? And I wanted to use the term air sickness bag, because I thought that was nicer. But Gordon insisted on us using vomit bag. And I'm like, Gordon, I don't want to say vomit bag, you know, in a song. And he goes, well, Mr. Gravy here says we should say vomit bag. So, yeah, we went with vomit bag. And for some strange reason, this song was never covered. I can't even imagine why. Was at the highway calling me, just my nervous energy. Either way I had to leave, at least that's what I thought. But what's the use in being gone if you're not there while life goes on and you're somewhere else you don't belong? And it's a long way, it's a long, long way back home. Well, Hollywood's got a walk of fame. People walk right on those names. You can tread on fallen stars all the way down Sunset Boulevard. But all that glitters is not gold. Even gold is hard and cold, like the way it turns your soul. And it's a long way. It's a long, long way back home. Sometimes the only difference between a pilgrim and a prodigal son is the difference between the dream you began and the thing that you've become. So what have you become? Sometimes the only difference between a pilgrim and a prodigal son is the difference between the dream you began and the thing that you've become. So what have you become? Hail a taxi, catch a train, ride the shuttle to the plane full of strangers I don't want to meet. I wish them well away from me. Air-sick bags and magazines, flying nuns bring me drinks, while out my window I can see it's a long way. It's a long way. It's a long, long way back home. Thank you. Yeah. Another song about how it sucks to be famous. When is this still on? Okay, good. Well, by the way, I apologize for my voice. I've got this sinus thing that's been with me since May, and my ENT is finally going to see me at the end of this month. You know, I can call up my GP and get an appointment anytime I want, right? Not with specialists, oh no. They make you wait months and months and months. These are the guys you go to see when you think you might have cancer. You could be dead by then. I mean, I'm just saying. It kind of reminds me of the VA, you know. But anyway, where was I? But enough about me. Going down to South Park to see some friends of mine. So anyway, I have a friend named Greta Larson. Roger mentioned Florida State. I went to Florida State because my mom, my oldest sister went there, and my mom, who was a music major at Auburn, had a lot of respect for Florida State. It's a great music school. And I said, no, I don't know. And then I found out they had twice as many co-eds as guys. And I went, oh, okay. And gee, even an ugly boy from Alabama might get a date down here. And but anyway, I met a lot of really cool people, but one of my favorite people still is a lady named Greta Larson. I love Greta. Greta's from Boca Raton, which in the lovely Spanish language means rat's mouth. She's from Rat's Mouth, Florida, and but absolutely brilliant songwriter and lyricist. And in fact, Greta and I dropped out of school for a while, went up to Muscle Shows, and we were part of that for a while. But Greta got smart, went back to school, and she ended up working at the Wall Street Journal, man, had a great career. And meanwhile, I was here in Nashville, and I was signed with Polygram for a while as a songwriter, and I had to write 4 songs a month or they wouldn't pay me, right? So I'm like, here, they didn't say they had to be any good, just 4 of them, right? But I was running out of ideas, so I wrote to Greta. I said, Greta, you got any of your lyrics lying around you're not using, She went, yeah. So she sent me a whole bunch of stuff, and it was all good. But this one set of lyrics just destroyed me. It was wonderful. I read these lyrics and I could hear the music as I was reading it, and it was so beautifully structured. I mean, anyway. But what I love about it's called To Dance, and what I love about this song is no guy could have written this. This is a woman's song. So you'll have to put up with me right now. A perspective of bones, a musical bath. It's clearing a path of one's own. Blue jeans and muscle, or crinoline rustle. You learn it in class or alone. To dance, to dance. Well, it's a gravity thing. Shoes to the earth, pulling toward a verse that is beckoning. Yeah, the dizzy effect of rhythm and sweat, flying like a kid in a swing. To dance. arms in a moment's unworried connection, a telling of hearts where they don't need protection, a journey in place, a private affection to share. To dance is swimming in time, where passion in public and prudence can somehow align. Is moving like lovers on top of the covers, and everyone knows it's all right to dance. Touch without touching, love without grieving, hold on and let go without anyone leaving. And all of it part of the beat you're receiving and sending back out through your feet. And in itself it's complete. God, it is sweet to dance. To dance. The movement confides limbs in a language spoken in 3/4 time, and is suddenly gone at the end of the song, and you knew you were safe all along. To dance, to dance, to dance. Thank you. Well, let me see. You know, as I get older, I start sounding more and more like my dad. My dad was from South Alabama. I grew up in North Alabama, so we're kind of like you guys. We're like hillbillies, you know. I grew up like just a few miles from Tennessee and a few miles from Georgia. And our whole county, I live on Lookout Mountain, and Lookout Mountain is, everybody's Irish on Lookout Mountain because they escaped from Georgia. That's true. And they hooked up with the Cherokee, right? And, you know, and I guess they started out as Irish Catholics, but there wasn't any Catholic church in DeKalb County. So, you know, meanwhile, they want to get little Cochise O'Brien baptized, right? Well, here comes this Methodist circuit riders. They're like close enough, you know. And that's what happened. It's true. Anyway. Well, my latest album is called Father's Son. I wrote it with one of those Georgia Irishmen, a fellow named Walsh, my buddy, from over in, well, he's actually originally from Augusta, but it's not important. We wrote the song about our dads, and it's a title song from my most recent album. It's an album I put out right before the pandemic, so it was a big success. And I got to do a world tour, man, from my living room. And, yeah, it was great. And but at any rate, you know, during the lockdown, I actually got to do stuff I'd been putting off for years. I really, really wanted to do. And so, like, one thing is I tried to teach my cats how to speak Esperanto, and but they weren't really going for it, you know. So I thought, okay, I'll learn their language. I learned to go. Oh, jeez. Which scared them too, you know. And but it's not like I was wasting time, you know. The whole world was under house arrest. Wasn't that cool? I think so. Anyway, so I wrote some songs. Though you worry, though you stumble and fall, surrounded by trouble, with your back to the wall. When you're busted and broken, remember the one you'll always be, your father's son. When you're brought down in hatred, when you're brought down by love, brought down by those things you just can't rise above. When you stray from the path and hate what you've become, still you remain your father's son. Your father's eyes, your father's name, your father's pride, your father's shame. Be you braggart or humble, be you doctor or thief, if you're made out of money, if you live on relief, still you cannot escape it. No matter how far you run, oh, you will remain your father's son. Your father's hands, your father's face. And so here you stand in your father's place. You may never have known him, you may know him too well. He may have given his blessing, he may have given you hell. But if you know the difference between right and wrong, you don't forget what you are, your father's son. Yeah, don't forget who you are, your father's son. Thank you. Well, you know, again, I'd like to apologize for the crappy way my voice sounds tonight. I'm starting to sound a little like Tom Waits, you know. But just think how much more he would cost. A lot. And you'd be listening to stuff like, the piano's been drinking. What the hell does that mean? You know, and like, he's a genius, don't question it. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, sorry. I wrote this next song. Y'all know Claire Lynch, don't you? You don't know Claire Lynch? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. Claire Lynch is awesome, man. And she sounds exactly like Emmylou, but here's the thing. I think she sounded like Emmylou before Emmylou sounded like Emmylou. I'm not sure. But I know they're both from Birmingham, so there could be something in the water down there. Could be. By the way, Roger's from Birmingham. This is kind of an Alabama night. But at any rate, Claire is awesome. Claire won a Grammy, but she won it for bluegrass, right? And she won it like the year before Alison Krauss broke, so nobody cared. She was like, whatever. But she told me she got to sit next to Cheech and Chong, so that was cool. At any rate, I wrote this song with Claire and my buddy Fabrizio Casalino from Genoa, Italy. Wonderful man, one of the funniest people I've ever known. I love that guy. And he was hanging out with me, and Claire came over, and we were like, let's write a song. So, we wrote a song about a stripper, because what else? But it's really not so much about the stripper as about a guy who's in love with the stripper. And he's this little guy sitting over in the corner, and he's so shy, and he has a pure love for her. He loves her for her mind, I'm sure. And but she doesn't know. She has no idea. She's too busy, stripping. So anyway, he just goes like this. I sing my soul from a stool in the corner. I love her from afar. Her face is brighter than the face of an angel from the shadows of this bar. Like a diamond on a black piece of velvet, dancing in the colored lights. She's a beacon to the bums and sailors and the creatures of the night. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girlfriend, I know, but I can't have her. Raphael could have etched her features, Leonardo as well. She's got a smile like the Mona Lisa, like there's some secret she can't tell. Angels dancing on the head of a pin, yeah, she's a mystery to me. She stands before me like Venus on the half shell, rising out of the sea. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girlfriend, I know, but I can't have her. Every poor devil sees heaven, but from a distance I'm here as well in this hell, and it troubles me too. No, she's anybody's girl, yeah. Last call for alcoholic consumption. Sweep a glass off the floor. Now we all turn back into pumpkins, and she's already out the door. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girlfriend, I know, but I can't have her. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girl. She's anybody's girl. Thank you. Some of the songwriters here will know John Lamb, but I'll explain. John Lamb is he's a friend of mine, absolutely great guy. He lives up in Michigan, and about 30 years ago, he started a thing called Lamb's Retreat for Songwriters. He did this all on his own. He didn't make any money out of it, for sure, and in fact, he's just a working musician like the rest of us, Rod, yeah, I was there with Rod one year. But at any rate, Lamb's Retreat is where people go and they learn to write songs, basically. And he has a staff of, professionals, I guess you'd say, who help, the students write their songs. But it is not like your usual songwriting thing. because it's way harder. For one thing, you have to write a song. You have no choice. And that includes the staff. Everybody has to write a song. And, but not just that, but you see, John is also an author. He writes, fiction. And in fact, he also has a retreat for poets and writers. But so what John does is he puts down like a paragraph of like an idea, like a little story, and you don't know what it's going to be. It could be insane. I mean, so he gave me one time that had the word turpitude in it. How do you write a song with that in it? I don't know. But he gives this to you, and you have to write that song. There's a guy, it'll be like, there's a guy who lives in Birmingham, and a plane crashed in his yard, and he used to be an astronaut. Okay, write that. For real. And, but anyway, I got a really good one last time. I was there last November, and I got a good one, so I wrote this song. This is called Ode Man. I drive an old car and I wear old clothes. I live in an old house down an old dirt road. I got great big ears and a great big nose. I'm just an old man, I suppose. Where's the young man I used to know? Born to be wild like a rolling stone, turning up to 11, let the good times roll. He's starting to fade and it's starting to show. My boy moved in about a year ago, a prodigal son at 32 years old. He's got nothing to say, he's got nothing to do. He's turning into an old man too. So where's the young man I used to know? Top of his class with a 4.0 and a future so bright it almost glowed. He's starting to fade and it's starting to show. I drive an old car and I wear old clothes. I'm just an old man, I suppose. I'm just an old man, I suppose. Thank you. Well, I get into this. I always bring kryptonite wherever I go, because what doesn't kill Superman makes me stronger. I think Nietzsche said that, but I'm not sure. Actually, Nietzsche said what doesn't kill me makes me stronger, but I prefer what Norm Macdonald said. He said, that's not true. He said, what doesn't kill you doesn't make you stronger, it makes you weaker. Next time it might kill you. True. For those of you who maybe haven't read the sign or the huge banner or thing above me, my name actually is Pierce Pettis. Not even making that up. And just to prove my point, I always bring visual aids, so you'll know that that's really, there you go, thank you. And yeah, I was a kid with way too much alliteration in his name, you know. My friends would, you know, I was a little kid, they'd ask me my name and I'd spit on them twice, you know. So didn't really have a lot of friends. And to make matters worse, my name was Pierce, you know. Pierce, you may know, is an Irish name. In Ireland, it's perfectly normal. It just means Peter, right? But in Northeast Alabama, where I grew up, it means punch this kid in the face, you know, so that wasn't much fun. But at any rate, this is a song I wrote with my buddy Tom Kimmel. I mentioned earlier I began my alleged career over down in Muscle Show Sound. And I learned some cool stuff. I was kind of like their token white kid, you know, playing pretty folky songs, you know. And all the other writers were these large black men from Memphis. And they're writing stuff like, you know, Shake Your Funky Tail Feather or whatever. And but a couple of those guys took me under their wing and were so kind to me, and I've never forgotten it. Their names were George Jackson and Tom Jones III. Now, those names may not ring a bell, but I guarantee you've heard their songs. I mean, I think one or both of them wrote One Bad Apple for the Jacksons. They wrote Old Time Rock and Roll for Bob Seger. In fact, that was cool because Tom got to buy his mom a house, you know, after that. And but they were the sweetest, nicest guys. And they saw me over there, this stupid little white kid, you know, like 19 or something, playing, and they felt sorry for me. I really think they did. And I'm doing my little kumbaya thing, and they're like, well, that's really nice, you know, but let me show you something. Look at him. Can you do that? They showed me how to do that. Which back then was kind of cool, man. This was in the 70s, right? All the songs had that. Of course, today it just sounds like a Cialis ad or something. Where the time is right. So at any rate, I told that story to Tom Kimmel, and Tom was like, hey, man, let's just write that song. So we did. There's no need to hide what's going on. Your story's all over town. It's all right if everything is all wrong. Come on down to the crying ground. This dark skies feels like rain. Why look at all the thunderclouds? With that dam, it's just about to break. Come on down to the crying ground. Down to the crying ground. Let your tears be holy water rolling down your face. It ain't no disgrace. Come on down to the crying ground. Well, I know you love to steal away where you will never be found. Sometimes everybody's gotta feel this way. Come on down to the crying ground. Down to the crying ground. Let your tears be holy water rolling down your face. It ain't no disgrace. Come on down to the crying ground. No need to tell me what you're going through. Sister, I've been right where you are now. You know exactly what you need to do. Come on, down, 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 down. Come on, down, 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 down. Come on down, 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 down. We are talking holy water rolling down your face. Ain't no disgrace. Come on down. Down to the crying ground. 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 Do that again. There we go. Thank you. I know you saw me mess up just now, so I just want to say, did any of you guys see the movie Men in Black? Okay, look very closely. You're going to forget I did that. And you're all going to go home and have wonderful lives, I'm just saying. I've had a wonderful life, and one of the reasons is because I've had, I've had a lot of good friends, and an unusual percentage of whom are Jewish, which is a great thing. My Gentile friends, don't ever want to tell me the truth, like your pants are unzipped or something. They're like, well, we'll figure it out. But your Jewish friends will tell you to your face because they love you and they don't want you to look stupid. So they're like, man, your breath stinks. Good Lord, go brush your teeth. I'm just saying. And I happen to belong to a Jewish sect, which is just overwhelmingly and almost exclusively populated by Gentiles who've done a good job of screwing it up for 2,000 years. But he wasn't crucified king of the Baptist, I'm just saying. Just have a little more of this. So I wanted to write a song for my friends. If any of you guys have Jewish ancestry, this is about your there you go, your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. His name was Jacob. And Jacob was kind of a shifty kind of guy. He pulled a number on his brother, and he fooled his father. I guess you know the story. I'll just play it for you. So long ago, I pulled a fast one. I pulled the wool over Dad's eyes. Though I was the second son, I walked away with first prize. Still recall my brother's rage. I can see his trembling hands saying, we'll meet again one day, and I will kill you where you stand. My mother said, you are in danger. Get out of here while you still can. I left a wayfarer and stranger. I never saw her face again. Traveling across the open desert till I thought that I would die. Dreamed I saw a golden ladder reaching clear up to the sky. Who's your daddy? What's your name? I've got your number. I'll put you in your place. You play with fire and you'll get burned. But for some, that's the only way to learn. settled in a far-off country. Took 14 years and 2 wives, working for my crooked uncle. Glad we got out of there alive. So I took my little family, bound for a home I hoped we'd find. But then came word that made my heart freeze, saying your brother's close behind. So who's your daddy? What's your name? I've got your number, boy. I'm in your face. You fight with angels and you'll get hurt. And that is just what you deserve. So I held my wives and children, sent them ahead and said goodbye. All by myself I stood there trembling, knowing I would surely die. Then I saw my brother coming, 400 horsemen at his side. He came weeping and embraced me. Well, you can imagine my surprise. Who's your daddy? What's your name? I've got your number. Let me set you straight. When you're in hot water, then you will see. That's the best way to get you clean. Who's your daddy? What's your name? You got a new one now. You're not the same. Just a minute, not so fast. Now your name is God just kicked your ass. And long ago I pulled a fast one. Thank you. Oh, yes. All right, I'm going to drink a little more water. If you look up the exegesis of the name Israel, it means one who fights with God. Well, guess who wins that fight? Gee, I don't know. Oh, it's close. Not really. Okay. All right. Some of us in here knew a fellow by the name of Tom Prasad Rao. He was our friend. He was my friend, and he passed away a couple of weeks ago. I talked to Tom on FaceTime a week or so before he died, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone face the end with so much dignity and courage. It was amazing. And me, I would be climbing the walls, I'm sure. But Tom was a wonderful guy. He was very kind and brilliant songwriter and singer and guitar player. Tom was his parents came from India. And he grew up in Washington, D.C., in a mostly African-American neighborhood. So he had this great background of rhythm and blues. But he also was kind of my age, our age, so he came up around the time of all the James Taylor and the Jackson Brown and all the confessional songwriters of the 70s. And he put all that together in a very unique package. If you ever get a chance to hear his music, you should check him out. But at any rate, several years ago, Tom and I wrote this song, and it's called I Begin to See Your Face. And so I want to play this in Tom's memory if I could. And thank you guys, by the way. How about those young songwriters? They were awesome, weren't they? Scary, isn't it? It's not the raging of the sea. It's not the tide that's pulling me, but more the way the seabirds play, where I begin to see your face. Not in the temple or the mosque, or stone cathedral cold and dark, but in the coolness of the day, I begin to see your face. It's not the sun that burns my eyes, the one-eyed one that's Sputnik's spy. No, it's the longing lover's ache, where I begin to see your face. It's not the pilgrimage we make, it's not the road we do not take, but in the turns along the way, where I begin to see your face, where I begin to see your face. Thank you. One more. Oh, man. Well, I'm not going to leave you with such a sad song. Besides, since my voice is turning to crap, what an opportunity to do a Bob Dylan song. You know, it's so authentic. My only question, though, is when Dylan gets laryngitis, like, how can he tell? You know, does his voice clear up? I don't know. Let me see. I love this song. It's called Down in the Flood. Just go dear in the flood. I've heard from people that have been around Bob Dylan, one thing you do not want to do is impersonate Bob Dylan in front of Bob Dylan. He does not like that because everybody in the world can do Bob Dylan. He's Bob Dylan. I mean, everybody. He's got people coming up to him all day long going, hey, you're Bob Dylan. And he's like, shut up. I'm going to call the police. But anyway, all right. Crash on the levee, mama. Water's gonna overflow. Hey, swamp gonna rise. Ain't no boat is gonna roll. You can train on down to Williams Point. You can bust your legs. You can rock this joint. Yeah, mama. Don't you miss your best friend now. Better find yourself, hey, another best friend somehow. Don't try and move me. You're just gonna lose. Better crash on the levee. Mama, you have been refused. It's sugar for sugar and it's salt for salt. You go down in that blood, it's gonna be your fault. Ah, mama, don't you miss your best friend now. Better find yourself another best friend somehow. Mama, don't you let me down. Better pack up your suitcase. Mama, don't you make a sound. It's king for kings, queen for queen. It's gonna be the meanest flood anybody's ever seen. Ah, Mama, don't you miss your best friend now. Better find yourself another best friend somehow. Better find yourself, oh, another best friend somehow. Better find yourself, hey, another best friend somehow. Hey, you better find yourself another best friend somehow. Thank you. I'd like to thank you guys. God bless you. Wow. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, John Wesley, Charles Wesley, all the Wesleys.
Everybody, let's hear it for Pierce Pettis. Thank you. All right, we're going to do a couple of things before we go real quick. First, we want to say a great big thank you to Lorie and to Jace and to Daphne for doing our early shows. Thank you very much. And, oh, thank you. I think you just said buy some CDs. And we have, some of y'all, this is a new tradition here at 19 Miles. We have this beautiful White Dove guitar, and we're going to get Pierce to sign it for us. If you would you sign it for us? I brought a pen right here, and